Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be doing an audio test between the iPhone X and the Samsung Galaxy S9. Now those of you who follow me, I'm sure you must have seen videos on both the phones already on the channel. Just to give you a heads up, those of you who are coming in for the first time, so this is the iPhone X space gray color, and on the left hand side I've got the Samsung Galaxy S9 in the blue color. So both phones are top end from Android. They both have a stereo set of speakers. So it'll be very interesting to see how they fare when it comes to competing against each other. Now they've got a typical dual stereo setup, one earpiece phone on both sides acting as one speaker, and then you got bottom speakers on both sides acting as the second speaker, creating this stereo effect from both the phones. Okay, so there'll be two parts to this video. In the first part, we'll just do a casual run with this track a few times back and forth to see which sounds better to our ears. And in the second bit, I will be using this app, the Sound Meter app. This is on my OnePlus 6. And we'll see what this app tells us about the sound coming from both the phones and how high is the sound coming, or which phone is louder. So we can have a bit more technical look from this end to see which phone sounds louder. At times you can hear something different when it comes to the actual app measuring it. It could be a different reading, so this will be a bit more accurate as opposed to just normal hearing. So without wasting any more time, let's quickly get started. Start things with the iPhone X, and just before we start that, just to give you a heads up, volume on both the phones is at max. S9. Okay, I think this is one of the toughest tests I've had so far of any phone against the Samsung Galaxy S9. Those of you who follow me, I'm sure you must have seen a few tests already, and S9 has pretty much wiped off every phone I've put it against. But it seems to me as if iPhone X is really giving the S9 a very tough time. From my understanding, the S9 is still slightly louder. However, the iPhone X is more bassier. Also on the highs and lows, I did see the iPhone really handling it well, whereas on the highs and low on the S9, it tends to distort at times here and there. However, it is slightly louder. It's down to the personal preference, but I think iPhone X has got some really nice set of stereo speakers, and the bass is very impressive as opposed to what we have on the S9. I thought S9 was the bassiest and the most loudest phone so far, but I think iPhone X has got the S9 by its throat, and I can see that the iPhone X has got, like I said, more bass as opposed to the S9. Let's play it for a few more seconds and see how it goes. Also, after listening it once more, I think at times the sound from the iPhone X, even though it's bassier, but at times it's a bit hollowish. Whereas opposed to on the S9, it's more fuller. Everything is more punchier. However, like I said, iPhone X has got more bass, and this is the closest I've seen any phone so far in 2018, which is giving the S9 a very tough audio competition, as you can see here in the video. Okay, a few more attempts, and then we're going to switch on to the second phase of the video, in which we'll be using the meter to see which phone is actually more louder. Okay, this is very, very close, and that's why we need something like this to verify our findings, to see which phone is actually more louder. It will give you the maximum decibel, the minimum, and also at the same time the average sound coming out from the phone. So let's do this very, very quickly. So let's start off things with the iPhone X first. I'm going to hold it in the left hand so the mic is fully exposed and you can hear everything coming out from the iPhone X.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free
Okay, so now it's turn for the Samsung Galaxy S9. So let's do this.
sometimes when you're here. I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free
Okay, so here we go. These are the screenshots I took once I finished on both the phones. And the first reading is here for the iPhone X. As you can see, loud music, 79 decibel, averaging 55 decibel, a maximum of 81 decibels, and a minimum of 20 decibels. So lows and the highs, and averaging around 55 decibels, as opposed to the Samsung Galaxy S9, which averaged around 67 decibels, which is fairly high as opposed to what we had on the iPhone, and also 21 decibels minimum as opposed to 20 decibels on the iPhone X, and also 81 maximum as opposed to 81 maximum on the iPhone X. So when it comes to max, you can see they're pretty much on par. But like I said, when I got that feeling of the overall loudness, the fuller sound of the S9, which is quite obvious, that's why we have more averaging on the higher end of 67 decibels as opposed to the iPhone X with the 55 decibels. But all in all, a lovely competition, really strong. I'm very impressed with the iPhone X's stereo set of speakers, and like I said, it sounds more bassier as opposed to the Samsung Galaxy S9, but overall the S9 sounds fuller, and also the lows and the highs are pretty much on par with the iPhone X. So very well done by the iPhone X against the Samsung Galaxy S9. That's pretty much it from my end. If you want to see more videos like that against any of the phones, please do let me know in the comment section. And like always, please give my video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to the channel as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.